Namaste. Today's topic is a conspiracy of love that is happiness. It is not often that men ask about the subject of love, but Dwayne was posing that idea one day toward the conclusion of my active years. After the usual pleasantries about families and weather, etc., Dwayne asked, what is the basis for happiness? What is the outcome of happiness? I said, what brings this idea up, Dwayne? Well, I just think everything has a foundation upon which to build, and everything has a result, like a building or house built on that foundation, said Dwayne. Okay, I see where you're coming from now. I think that the basis of happiness is love, and the result of happiness is love as well. When we reach for happiness, we find unconditional love. When we seek to exercise happiness in our world, we deploy happiness there too. Make sense? Yes and no, said Dwayne. I understand that you believe that to be happy is the meaning of life, and that when you are in deep contact with the all there is, what you call Tethys, Dr. Bob, you'll find that happiness, sort of like a conspiracy then. I have never heard it given the name conspiracy, but it is clever of you. Yes, it is a conspiracy of love. You find love in the happiness you discover as you have found the meaning of life, to be happy, and when you express happiness in the world outside yourself, you are distributing love, of course. Again, very clever of you. Just something that popped into my head, said Dwayne. Love is all you need, said the Beatles, said I. So love is the basis or foundation upon which happiness is built. But for you, Dwayne, what does love mean? Good question. There was a pause in the conversation. It looked like Dwayne was gathering his thoughts. I suppose unconditional regard for something or someone other than yourself, but regard does not say what I really want to say. I said, how about the word heed? It is seldom used, but perhaps it can be used here. In other words, you pay attention to another as deeply as you can. Dwayne said, that's good, Dr. Bob, but I don't think it's enough. I think you've got to do more than pay attention. I think you've got to try to build up the other person or thing. That's more like what love means to me. Of course, Dwayne went on to say, you've got to pay attention to the other, else there is no way to build him or her or it up. But without the upbuilding component, there is no result from paying attention. I think you're onto something. So be aware so that you can do something like upbuilding when the time is right. But how do you think that applies to Tethys? I think Tethys has us all in total unconditional regard, and that regard is given in the form of total and unconditional acceptance. And then Tethys vibrates with us as we project the kinds of life experiences we wish to have. Of course, those can be negative experiences as well as positive ones, according to how we vibrate within and outside of ourselves. Where did you get this wisdom, Dwayne? I asked. I was impressed. I've been thinking and reading and listening, Dr. Bob. Some of this you have taught, some I found in books, some I think I put together on my own. I think you've done a great job in reasoning out this conspiracy of love. Dwayne rose then from the office visitor's chair, and we shook hands. I invited him back to talk whenever he wished it. He said he would be back. Are you participating in the conspiracy of love that is the basis and result of happiness? If not, begin today. If so, continue. May you and all sentient beings know happiness and the root of happiness. Namaste.